know, it's the beginning. It's the very beginning, and the end is going to be a lot grander, and the end is going to be a lot more expensive. And I'm really curious to see what the journey through the middle is going to be like. Thank you, everybody, for coming, and I think the next 3 days are going to be a lot of fun. I thought, well, why shouldn't we have a big indoor touring show? And started to put together these ideas of, all right, we should have an indoor show, and it should go into theaters that are, say, 700 to 2,500 seats, the house that the touring Broadway shows come into when the touring Broadway shows come to town. I think that with this many talented people in a room, it is shooting the process in the foot if we don't draw on those talents, if we don't take all those contributions and see what can be added to the show and how it can all be put together.
With a band called Lost Boys, and we performed here in Atlanta at the Georgia Renaissance Festival. Last spring, the Aerial Angels were in for half the season, and we ended up talking to these guys over the course of actually just 4 weekends and became fast friends, and we performed together. So, as I say, the rest is history. So we're here now trying to flesh it out and see what it's going to be.
My name is Zay Weaver. I joined the Aerial Angels about 3.5 years ago as an intern, as a summer gig, and grew from there. I'm now the Associate Artistic Director of the company, and I'm really excited for this project, whatever the heck it's going to be.
We know that in the show we want to have times when we directly address the audience. We know that we want to have times when we use audience participation, when we go into the audience. One of the powerhouse things about the Renaissance Festival shows that all of us do is that we use audience members, and we use them in a way that is spontaneous and interactive. We know that we want to have an overall sense that while the show is professional and clean and safe and reasonably slick, we'd also like there to be that little sense of anything can happen. At any moment, the performers might throw down what they're doing and walk out into the audience and grab you and bring you up on stage.
I'm Sam Brown. I am originally from Boston, well, just outside of Boston, a little suburb called Wellesley. I just moved to Chicago last year, so I've been there for a year. I am acting there. I'm doing clowning there with Midnight Circus. I started doing circus when I was about, let's call it 12, like 12, 13. And originally, I'm a clown, but they train you in everything, really, so I can do everything. I can't do everything.
Yeah, I think because opposites attract.
I can write. Guys, I can draw your comic book, and it would be awesome. We should do that. Right now, I have a sketch pad.
Do you?
I do have a sketch pad.
Did you use
colored
pencils or
no, I just kind of use my own blood.
Oh.
It makes it more personal. Wait, did you
We want to try and create that kind of up-close, personal, you have the right to interact with the performer experience on a larger stage and in a more formal setting. We think the way to do that is drawing on the personal stories that people find interesting about what we do and the personal experiences that we have that add a level of drama to the show that goes beyond the created drama. All those things that's a little opening the window to our world that they don't get to see. Kim had this idea that she fits in a duffel bag, and so she and her sister went to Kmart and tried stuffing her in various duffel bags until they found a duffel bag that she fit in, which kind of weirded out the salespeople.
Man, that was sloppy. We don't do that at a buffet table. I hope not do that.
Did you stuff Kim in a bag? Again?
Again. This face is priceless.
The end!
Yeah.
Who's next?
Alright, you win. I had a really fun time in a really safe environment. I have always been more skill-oriented. I don't know if you've noticed. And I had a really, really fantastic time working on just not being nervous and trying to be funny and just yeah, I had a really good time trying to be fun.
What we do is beautiful and transcendent, but the level of what we do that's beautiful and transcendent comes out of a lot of annoyance and pain and anguish. There's tricks we do that hurt every time, and they will never hurt any less, and we choose to do them because they are worth doing even though they hurt.
I guess it's been about 10 years now. Performing with it for probably about, well, that's how I learn. I only learn by performing, and I almost never practice.
It slices. It gushes.
Just for why it really hurts.
I'm fine. Fine.
And at that point, you just do.
Part of what's hard is the mental aspects of tricks. When I'm working with the bullwhip, the hard part is not hitting the target. I can hit the target most of the time. The hard part is hitting the target right down the middle in a way that pleases my ego and makes me happy that I have done the trick well. This afternoon, Brett nailed me in the hand really frickin' hard because everybody's shouting and screaming and wants to see if he can take that target one more time. That's the part that I want the audience to see. I want the audience to know, you know what? I have a choice right now, and the choice is to try and take this target one more time, or the choice is to step back and go, that was good enough.
No, I guess the part that I'm going to take away is the spark. You know, when you see Allison talk about the show and her vision, it's hard not to be inspired by it. For someone to have a vision like that and such, drive, it kind of puts that in you. But spark, that's what we take away from it.
This is what needs to be done next. This is the plan. I'm excited to start the plan. And here's the thing. I'm 35 years old, and I've been doing medium-sized for a while now. It is time to do big. It is time to do big and pretty and expensive and big.